Hey everybody, Chris here, U-Joint Off-Road, North Carolina. Look at this thing. This thing is just too damn cool. So fun to drive. I just love it. I don't know, can't help but smile when I've been driving it around. So it's a 2024 E450 strip chassis. So it left Ford just has a chassis, frame, engine, no body. Just has like a, I don't know, I'd call them like a stand that has the steering wheel and controls on it. Super neat that Ford still makes these, and it's even better that we can make them four-wheel drive. So nothing out of the ordinary compared to our normal four-wheel drive system, because it is an E-Series chassis, so all of our normal stuff fit. We didn't have to do anything special except trim some rubber inner fender liner that they put on it. So yeah, super cool. So this is an actual work truck. It's not for show. It's not a camper. This company, they do drainage stuff on farms up in Indiana, in that area. So they have to haul. Sometimes their locations are way out in the middle of nowhere. So, you know, not having the equipment and parts they need is kind of a deal breaker. It can ruin the day. So this thing hauls around a diesel tank and a bunch of piping and equipment that they need to get their job done. So they drove it down last month for the four-wheel drive conversion, and then we got to work. So it's got our standard 6-inch kit on 33s. Yes, it would fit larger tires, especially up front. So I want to go ahead and put that out there before I get 1,000 comments about, oh, it needs bigger tires. Yeah, I know. It could fit bigger tires up front, but not in the back. And I'll get to that in just a second. Also, another thing I know we're going to get comments about that doesn't matter is the width. This is our standard front axle. This is a stage 3, Dana 60, 456 gears, Detroit True Track, Dynatrack outers. So this is a stage 3 spec axle. Going to a wider axle is possible. You can get a wider custom housing, but then you're dealing with a bunch of parts that are one-off custom, like inner axle shafts. My housing that's in the blue truck in V4 2.0 is a custom housing. It's 5 inches wider, but I have custom inner axle shafts and a couple other custom parts, like a tie rod, that in the future, if I have issues, that's going to become a problem. Since this is a work truck and needs to be in service, needs to be reliable, we kept everything as close to our original or what we do on a daily basis as possible. So that's what it's got. Would look cooler, a little wider, and we're not going to add wheel spacers or do anything crazy like that. If there's ever an issue with this thing in the future, I want to be able to diagnose it over the phone and get these guys back to work as quick as possible. He wanted some front attachment points, some tow hooks. So this bumper is actually really sturdy, but you can see this big C channel here. Didn't need to change that, so we made some brackets that attach right to the frame horns, added some 1/2-inch plate, and then we stuck them through this stock bumper. Just cut a hole and then made some nice little dress plates to clean it up. It turned out really nice, simple, and functional. We also added some side steps. So these are the same as our regular cab chassis side steps. We just added some vertical attachments here and then brought them up in the back for some extra support. I think I already mentioned it's a 7.3 Godzilla, so it's 6R140 behind that. And we did a slip yoke 1128 new process T-case behind the stock transmission. Hellwig sway bar, Fox 2.0s, our standard brake lines, all the normal stuff. Custom spec springs, of course, 5,000 front, 10,000 rear. It's a little oversprung. This thing doesn't weigh that much in the back, but he's got some extra capacity. All spring in the rear with our Alcan heavy-duty shackles. Rear sway bar was stock. We left it that way. We just added our direct mount links, and it's got the 17-inch dually wheels. So for if anybody else wants to build one of these, one of the problems with going bigger tires is it's always in the rear. So you can see it lines up perfectly with the body and this flare. If you want to go with a bigger tire, you'd have to add some spacers in between the wheels, which we avoid, and then you might get into cutting some wheel wells and stuff, which is possible. There's some room to cut here, but again, customer wanted it as low as possible. He would actually have been happier if we made it even lower, but we only make a 6-inch kit, and that's what we had to do. So this box is built extremely well. Super cool, some of the features they build on these things. I mean, it's got reverse sensors. It's got a really nice camera. It's got sensors up top, too, and the camera tells you how far you are from the object. It's super neat. They should put those on Amazon trucks, since every Amazon driver has beat the hell out of those things. But yeah, very cool. Here's a driver's side step. It's just simple, functional, and that's it. So yeah, this thing's very cool. We love to build more stuff like this. As long as it's on the E-Series chassis, we can do it. If it's not an E-Series chassis, we cannot. So, excuse me. If you've got a Freightliner or International, any other chassis, we can't do it. Has to be the E-Series. And a few ways to tell are just, I don't know, the frame and the front suspension, if it's got a twin I-beam front suspension. But if not, you can check the VIN and figure out where your bread truck, box truck, delivery truck started life. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook if you don't already. And follow the Colorado shop too. They're here on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook also. So, if you got any questions, leave them in the comments. Shoot me an email, chris@ujoinoffroad.com. Have a good day. See you guys soon.